Tri-state homeowners are watching the values of their dream homes plummet. It's especially bad in new developments.
Some sit nearly deserted months after they should have been completed. 9 News anchor Lance Barry is here now with a look at where the problem is the worst and when it might finally get better. Lance.
Well, we have all heard the term buyer beware, but realistically, few predicted the depths of the housing bust and the subsequent loss of property value over the last few years. But it's been much worse for many others. For example, those who bought before the recession began, only to later see their new subdivision's developer give up not only on their promised neighborhood, but also on their dreams. They are signs of our financially troubled times, and they are everywhere.
We've had at least 2 houses that have gone into foreclosure. I think that the one was primarily because they were very unhappy with the way that their value had plummeted. But they bought, like I said, they bought a peak.
So they just stopped paying?
Yeah, pretty much.
Janine Wong moved to Crosby Township's Fort Scott development in December of 2008. She admits their neighborhood is not what she thought it would be. A quick drive through is enough to make anyone sad.
I think phase 1 was supposed to hold, I think, 75 to 80 houses. Definitely coming in, it's sad coming in to see the fountain is about the only thing that you really see out there.
But at least that was completed. Take a closer look at the subdivision's clubhouse, where work stopped midway through construction.
It's frustrating, I think, seeing this. But
John Beck reviews street planning in Hamilton County's subdivisions. As he looks around Fort Scott, he sees a fraction of what was on his blueprints, where dead-end streets, scrap heaps, vacant lots, and clogged sewers far outnumber finished homes like Wong's.
These are nice homes. It's a nice development, and with the economy, it's difficult to see this slow down.
I wish I could just say right now that we could just finish all these and build it out, but we just can't.
Hamilton County Commission President Greg Hartman is all too familiar with these issues.
These remain private until they meet certain standards to become county and township roads.
But in northern Kentucky, the issue appears to be correcting itself faster than in Ohio.
Those instances in our neighborhoods are few and far between. We expect 2011 to have building activity actually pick up.
Brian Miller is with the Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association. He says with a more conservative approach to developing and a lower tax rate in northern Kentucky, he can now make a startling prediction there given the recent state of the industry.
In Campbell County, we're going to run out of finished lots by the beginning of 2013. In Kenton County by the middle of 2013, and in Boone County by the end of 2013. We've weathered this storm much better off than not only the other areas in our region, but most areas of the country.
With the situation more dire north of the Ohio River, Hamilton County is becoming forced to become more aggressive.
There are a number of subdivisions where we are pursuing the bonds. We're seeing a lot of that now to the extent that I've never seen before in my almost 30 years, in this business.
Fort Scott is one of the 5 subdivisions where those bonds are being pursued.
Our real leverage, though, are these bonds that we have in place that we can negotiate with these developers, go through a list, show the developer, look, the residents need this done. If we don't get it done, we're going to go to the surety, and that could affect your credit.
But when those bonds are pulled?
It's safe to say that cosmetics are second and basics are first in this case.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But the best solution for all of these issues? A true economic recovery.
I believe it's going to turn around.
The issue of undeveloped property is also significant in Butler County. In 2009, that county's Department of Development and Planning anticipated 313 lots to be developed there, but they actually only got 86. For more on this issue that impacts everyone's property value, even if you don't live in one of these neighborhoods, you can go to my story on WCPO.com. That's where you'll find many more shocking statistics from several tri-state counties. Lance Barry, 9 News.
2 teenage drivers